And we'll move over to RJ, your topic for this week.
So we get some new people in the Discord, we get some new people watching. So I like to recycle this topic from time to time just because I think things change, our perspectives change. What I said 5 pieces, we don't necessarily have to go to five. It's the ones that you value the most. Pieces of advice would you give to somebody fresh into credit cards? Now, this could be fresh into it as in the hobby itself. This could be fresh into it as in 18. It could be a mix of both. Honestly, my personal top one is be intentional. Like, I don't care what card you use for whatever charge, but understand why you're doing it. And it doesn't have to make sense to me, but it has to make sense to you. If you tell me the only card you use is your Delta Reserve because you get one MQD for every $10 you spend, and that's the only way you're going to hit gold or silver, or I'm sorry, gold or platinum in a year, I get it. I wouldn't do it, but I get it. So you be intentional. Make that as a choice. Don't default into things and then go, oh, I guess I could do it differently. That would be my top thing. That I see that a lot in the Discord. We talk about that a lot in the Discord of just, it doesn't matter if it makes sense. It matters if it makes sense to you. Matt, I'm going to go for you first. You don't get to be first
Sure.
much.
No, that's fine. Couple that spring to mind. First and foremost, run your race. Don't run the race that other credit card users are running or telling you that you need to run. If Citi is an ecosystem, I bag on Citi a lot. It's almost like I try to do it as a shtick, and apparently I come across as a little too serious with the bagging on Citi. I bag on Citi a lot, right? If Citi works for you, don't listen to a word I say on Citi. If it works for you, great. Now, I don't think you need 17 custom caches to accomplish things with Citi. We'll include that little bit of bagging, but is the Citi ecosystem is the ecosystem that's going to work best for you? You're in an American Airlines hub, like you want to take full advantage of American Airlines as a transfer partner. You love you some La Quinta Inns through the Wyndham transfer partnership. Be my guest. Go forth and be merry, right? Do not run the race that others are trying to force you to run. Whether you are in your early 20s and getting into the game, if you are a teenager studying the game, if you are in your 30s jumping into the game, if you're in your 40s and you've been through certain aspects of the game, run the race that is most tailored, that is specific to you. Two, research, double research, triple research the card. If you're looking at a new card, look at all the advantages that card will give you. Look at the disadvantages that card will give you. Weigh your disadvantages to your advantages. Make sure that if there have been recent changes to the card, that you're observing the card that you're going to be getting, not the card that you thought you were getting. Or if you recently got the Sapphires, or like some folks will run into a card just to secure it to make sure that they are holding on to the lower annual fee, and then they'll reevaluate. Sometimes that makes a certain amount of sense with some issuers, American Express. Sometimes it apparently isn't a good idea. Chase. Yeah, we'll just go from there. Others, the two biggest are run your race, do your research. Three, make sure that your brands and your preferred partnerships are the ones that work best for you. And if they don't or they change over time, that you're able to be flexible enough to make changes to your game. Like your setup will always change. If you move from a Delta hub to a United hub, your cards are going to be different. Like forcing the square peg into the round hole is not always going to be a good idea. Those are the ones that stick out the most to me. I'm sure there's others, but I'll just drop them in the Discord if I think of them.
Okay. So, Craig, your thoughts?
No, absolutely. So the first and foremost, I want to say, because my wife is not a credit card person, learn how to use credit cards. And when I say learn how to use credit cards, it is a very different psychological feeling to see a balance go up as opposed to down when you were using your debit cards. Also, be vigilant about how you use your credit cards. And when I say be vigilant, understanding that yes, there's learning how to use credit cards, but there's also learning how to pay your credit cards, when to pay your credit cards. We were just literally having a discussion in the Discord today about auto pay and everything like that. I am old school in the sense that I do not like auto pay. I do not find it to me personally to be helpful, but I'm also a little neurotic in how and a little compulsive in how I deal with my bills. I want to physically see what has gone in and what has gone out of that ledger, and I want to make sure that there are no mistakes. These banks have fantastic technology. They have hundreds of people working their IT and user interface, but I will also say they make mistakes. Sometimes you might see a charge that says, "Hey, you owe me $20,000." but I only bought a Big Mac today. I don't know what's going on here, American Express. So learn that Lonnie is not here today, so I'm going to preach to Lonnie. Pick your partners. To Matt's point, Matt is probably going to be upset with me, but I'm really looking at getting a City Strata Premier. It just might work for me. What will not work for me is getting six, or I would need 7 to 8 City custom caches to pay my grocery bill. So that's just not going to work out. I like being married.
One a week. Like literally, it's almost one a week for you.
It's 1.5 a week or a little bit. I don't know. Almost 2 a week, actually. A little bit more than that. So yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I enjoy my wife. She's a very lovely lady. She's a La Quinta girly, which, for those of you that don't know, La Quintas are very nice out west and near the national parks.
Can confirm.
But I will say again, pick your partners, know what you want to use, where you want to fly. If you're like me and you're either flying out of Philadelphia, Chicago, or Indianapolis, I hate to tell you this, but if you're trying to get a direct flight, the only place you're getting that out of Philadelphia is on American Airlines. If you don't want to connect, you are only flying American Airlines. In Chicago, you can use American, you can use United. You might even get a few Delta flights, but you're probably connecting either in Detroit, Minneapolis, or Atlanta, but it's Delta. In Indianapolis, it just depends. Whatever's going to be the cheapest, quickest, directest flight. So you have some ability to be a free agent there. And then the other thing I will tell you, and this builds off of Matt's point, do your research, but also find people that you trust. Watch some YouTube videos, get in some Discords, have conversations, because what you will find is that, hey, I have my own particular way of doing things in general, and that is likely going to lead over into your credit card strategy. And you don't want to necessarily find yourself in a manufactured spending Discord if you are somebody that is risk averse, right? And I want to be like very clear, I'm not in any way, shape, or form bashing on our manufactured spending folks. You go and you do you. Pop off kings, queens, and non-binary royalty folks. Love that for you. But it's not for Craig, right? I don't want to go and buy 6 Taylor Swift tickets and hope that I sell 5. That's just not where my risk tolerance is. And you will find your people. And you will find people that will give you good advice. You will find people that will give you terrible advice. People that will tell you to buy gold, and people that will tell you, hey, points aren't the most important thing in the world. And sometimes it's just really nice to have some cash in your pocket, because I think that's another thing that we will also forget. Cash back is awesome, right? I personally need to put more cash back into my setup purely just to help max out some of my retirement accounts. But also, points can't buy you a dinner, depending on how those points are and how those points are used. But we're getting into nuance. But just know that there's value in cash back, and don't let anyone tell you that there's not. Don't let anyone tell you that cash back is the only way to do things. There is a billion different ways to play this game and a billion and one opinions on how to do them. So make sure that you are doing what you need necessary to just ensure that you are having a solid and informed way of doing that.
Yeah. And try different, like when we say pick your partners, we don't mean pick your partners immediately and never change them. Stay at Hilton, stay at a Marriott, stay at Hyatt, stay at whatever, IHG, stay at all of them. Feel what you like. Look at the places you like to travel. Look at places you want to travel in the future. See what is there. Look at the programs. What do you value? What do you not? And you can change them. I was bigger into Marriott a year and a half, 2 years ago than I am now because I tried the program and I don't like it. IHG came about partly because of that. So the ability to pick your partners is not immediate and absolute. Like, you can change. But I do appreciate you guys. I think these are good tips. As always, go to stackyourpoints.com and join the Discord.
We do want to take this time to highlight our Diamond and new members. Our Diamond members, as always, are Rex Bleen, Rupert Pond, Double Animal Fries, AP, Keith, and Mitch 528. We do have new silver members this week. They have rejoined from the free memberships that were handed out to them by way of gifts from probably Mike Newland, but we've had some other gifts as well. If you feel you want to rejoin, we appreciate you, and we'll highlight those that do. This week, it is the Eternal Vortex and Economic Lens who have rejoined as silver members, so we appreciate you guys. No new gold members this week, but if you want to join at the gold level, check out the YouTube page. You can join from there. Come over to the Discord, let us know your membership level, and we'll go from there. But stackpoints.com, best way to find all of our resources, all of our various channels. If you like what we do, as always, and subscribe. We will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you then.